Hello, how are you doing tonight? I'm doing pretty good. Appreciate you stopping by. Yo, Yankee Kyle, what's up? Good evening, how you doing? Appreciate you stopping by.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos taking on Gardner Minshew and the Las Vegas Raiders.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm doing pretty good tonight, Yankee. Appreciate you stopping by.
And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out come the Raiders for their opening drive, and at the helm in his first year in silver and black, 6th season overall, Gardner Minshew.
And he's someone who brings a ton of personality with him, but don't let that fool you. He's more than capable of playing winning football at this level and has actually done so. I don't know if he's their long-term answer under center, but as long as he trots out there, they'll have a puncher's chance and maybe a bit more to compete with any team they line up against.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week
Yeah, no
ago.
problem.
14 carries,
You're welcome.
68 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra, next man up, since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Nix to the air. That is caught, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The rookie from Oregon on target with that one. That leads to a 1st down. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Up the middle, here's Pirine. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Samaje Pirine. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Samaje Pirine. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Minshew. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Short throw caught by Bowers. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the 1st down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off.
Hey, how you doing?
It's out there for them.
Appreciate you stopping by.
Again, here's Pirine. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Hey, Johnny. Hola.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively. The Broncos at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Nix throwing on 3rd down. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. They find some open field here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And Devontae's going to have a Raiders 1st down as the tackle made up at the 48-yard line. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Minshew. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Minshew sets to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun is Nix. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And now to common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. It'll be Minshew again. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Slant to Adams. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Fights off the defender. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start by zooming out to Santa Clara. Arizona in town to face San Francisco, and it's the Niners who have the lead as those 2 teams play the 2nd quarter. The Niners trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, let's head off and check out a 2nd game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. 3 touchdown passes there for Jordan Love. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. The Giants trying to finish that one off and claim victory. It was a terrific first half for the rookie first-round pick, Bo Nix. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. They run it with Pirine on 1st down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. They'll run again with Pirine. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. He finds his man, complete. It's Atkins. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
2nd and 5 from the 8. They'll try the right side with Pirine. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and short yardage. Nix looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Running it with a fullback, Burton. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Mike Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brandon Jones picking it off. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only 1 play to score it. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Going to run with Madison again. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Alexander Madison, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop. Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Nix. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll hand it to Pirine. And a short gain here down to the 22. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll go play action with Nix. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The linebacker, Robert Spillane, making a big play. The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd down, Minshew. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now back to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right? And
this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Minshew. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. 3rd and 5. Off play action, it's Minshew. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Minshew. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. It's Pirine to begin the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now, he may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Badass. How you doing
That's
tonight?
the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A big hitter
That's
to start
good.
the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. And off here for Pirine. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Denver, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
Thank you.
Today,
Appreciate you stopping by.
from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos taking on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The Chargers coming out to take over, and it is Justin Herbert at quarterback CD, now in his 5th NFL campaign.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Herbert going to go to the air right away. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and a yard. Again, it's Edwards. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. This defense for the Broncos, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So now here are the Broncos to take over on offense, led out by their rookie quarterback, drafted 12th overall, Bo Nix out of Oregon.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Nix. It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. High throw, but the catch is made. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Javonte Williams hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Will Lutz on for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Lutz now to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Herbert. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. And it's fielded at the 34. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Nix to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Hey, Justin.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Throwing Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are able to add on to that lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Herbert on 1st down now. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now it's Herbert. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw here, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's the Steelers who are out in front. Quarterback Justin Fields with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head east to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson, strong in the victory as his guys run their record to 6-1 on the campaign. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. The Cowboys trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. It was former Tar Heel Javonte Williams with the solid first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's pretty nice to watch as he matched the route with the receiver and stayed right there, stuck to him like glue, almost hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, helped force the incompletion.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay a one-score game as the lead holds at 8. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. This is Edwards. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Setting up the screen here to Edwards. Stays on his feet. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Edwards. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Chargers. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A gain of 3, second down. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This now a 3rd and 4. Herbert now. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results. Interception.
Touchdown! Cortland Sutton. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Welcome back now to Denver, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Lutz now to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive
Hey Aaron, how you doing tonight?
Critical. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We'll definitely see some open
Appreciate
running
you
lanes,
stopping
and he's
by.
taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
1st target, 1st catch, and a 1st down. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Looking to throw. Herbert. That's once again complete to Chark. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it's 2nd down. To the air again. Herbert. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run. A 1st down. They'll try the draw here with Dobbins. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Herbert. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Edwards now on 1st and 10.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 6 coming up. Looking to throw. Herbert. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Herbert. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Nix. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Herbert going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now Herbert. And that's caught inside the 35. Here's 1st and goal. Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with 40 seconds left, we'll see the onside kick. If they've ever needed one to go their way, it's now. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Off the play fake, Nix. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field. The very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing, Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Here's first down. Herbert to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Broncos, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
Tonight, from the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints taking on Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Saints heading out for the first time, and there's Derek Carr at quarterback in his 11th NFL season now and 2nd in black and gold.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Carr right away going to look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. There's Chris Olave. And they'll get to him right away at the 40. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Here's Carr. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie QB, the young man out of Oregon.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in the team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator of the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
Nix on first down. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. To throw is Nix. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. Now here's Trenton Gill now. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only...
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
But you look at this Bronco defense.
They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for the secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
Fielded just inside the 30. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Denver's offense now set to go.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Nix from the shotgun. He'll air this one out for Mims.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Broncos have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Carr now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Carr. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. As they've got it as we resume action. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand it Kamara. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. Inside the 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
The last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Pay attention.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Throwing on first down is Carr.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Now a play fake. Carr. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Coming left is Kamara. Shedding the tackle. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
And Joseph Charlton on now to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
They run it again with Williams. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing Nix. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Yes, it's the Madden 24 scoreboard.
Now it's Nix. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Nix to the air. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way. And they continue.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first-half lead. Lutz with the extra point. And it is 28-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet, so they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Nix to throw again.
Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
23 yards on the play. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Plenty of great games coming up in the next few days, starting with the last of our 3 London games. Pats and Jags from Wembley, early start, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, another doubleheader. Ravens-Bucks at 8:15 Eastern, followed by Chargers-Cardinals from the desert 45 minutes later. It was former Tar Heel Javonte Williams with a solid first half. He was running with a purpose as he found the end zone 3 times in that first half. And that opposing defense had better come up with a scheme for slowing him down.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. And he wants Reynolds way downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. 58 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, and what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Slant pass complete to Olave. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carr.
Hey, how are you doing tonight?
Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
That's good to hear.
Kamara up the
Glad
middle.
you're doing well.
And
Hope
he'll be
you're
brought
doing
down
good.
just shy
I'm doing
of
pretty good
midfield at the
myself.
49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Appreciate you
Well, this
stopping by.
defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Carr. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Carr now on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On first down, Carr. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Saints.
Chris Olave.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead's down to 24. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Second and 6.
Now Carr.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires, and the Broncos will take over on downs. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Give them 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A give to Williams, running right. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Saints again ready to go on offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
And Carr's throw complete there to Johnson.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Again, it's Carr. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 38 yards.
And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead is down to 20. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Broncos about set to go on offense. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one.
The busy night continues for Williams. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Williams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Denver, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.